You know, I have really high expectations whenever the Anaheim Ducks play the Ottawa Senators. Maybe I'm a bit of a stickler, maybe I hold a grudge, but you know, when I fell in love with the Ottawa Senators in the game of hockey, I was in the first grade. It was 2007, and the Senators were going on this amazing run in the playoffs. They won every series. They were in 4-1. Right? They took out Sidney Crosby, Malkin, and the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round. They took out some of their demons from the previous years in the playoffs, and they took out the New Jersey Devils in 5 games. And they got revenge on their opponent from 2006, who knocked them out in the playoffs, the Buffalo Sabres, beating them 4-1 in the Eastern Conference Final, booking the Ottawa Senators their first ticket to the Stanley Cup Final, where they were going to face the heavily favored Anaheim Ducks, who were previously, just a year ago, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. But that was a very star-studded Anaheim Ducks team, and they curved stomped the Ottawa Senators in 5 games. But that team was insane. Alright, from the star talent, right? That was Danny Heatley, All-Star. He had 50 goals that year. There was the cash money line, which had Alfredson, Spezza, and Heatley. You had Joe Corvo on the blue line, Wade Redden. And Ray Emery was the starting goaltender, backing us the whole way to the finals. You had Chris Neal and Mike Fisher represent on the back there. Chris Phillips on that team too, Antoine Vermette. I'm pretty sure Mazzaros was on there. Man, though Phillips did put a goal on our own net in a very crucial game in Game 5. But you know, let's just skip over that. All jokes aside, I do love Phillips. Love for what he did there. I have the banner over here on the left side of my room here. Point is that was the team that I really fell in love with. That star-studded and unstoppable Ottawa Senators team from the early 2000s that finally got over some of its humps and issues along the way and made it to the Stanley Cup Final, where they met the Anaheim Ducks. So I'm a little bitter since they beat us then. So every time we play, I have high standards. I expect us to beat the Ducks. And it usually doesn't work out that way because the Ducks managed to stay somewhat consistently good from that time period and made some success in the playoffs. Remember 2017 when Ottawa was in the 3rd round and Anaheim was in the 3rd round, and there was a chance that the two of them could re-meet again in the Stanley Cup Final if they had taken out Pittsburgh and Nashville? Man, that would have been something. But I have high expectations when it comes to Anaheim Ducks, Ottawa Senators games, and I was pretty disappointed this time around. This was not a good game. First of all, Matt Murray was sent a message by DJ Smith. He was a healthy scratch. He didn't even dress for the game. Goose was backing up Forsberg, and Forsberg was going to get the start because, honestly, Murray should have had all those goals against San Jose. He should have had every single one of them. They were all stoppable. So, no excuse. Hopefully...
Really quickly, Bruce Garriock has been reporting that the Senators are supposed to place Matt Murray on waivers on Saturday. If this happens, I'll make a video on it, but because this is just speculation, I'm going to leave it up in the air for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.
They're hoping Forsberg could probably do something a little different this game, and you know, Forsberg was not the issue this game. I'll tell you that much. Yes, the score was 4-0, but Forsberg was not the issue. So starting for the Ottawa Senators is Anton Forsberg, and for the Anaheim Ducks was Anthony Solars. I looked at his info before the game. He has like 4 games this season, .912 save percentage, so he's about average, and he apparently looked like he was Vezina caliber this game. He just robbed the Senators a lot. It stood on his head at the end of the game. The game starts out pretty back and forth, and then Sam Carrick for the Ducks, he tries to fight Austin Watson. It wasn't really much of a fight, nothing happened. But it seems to be a trend in all the California games we played so far. We have one tomorrow. Is Watson going to get a fight in the first 5 minutes of the first? We'll see if it happens against LA. It happened against San Jose, and it happened against Anaheim. 5 minutes into the first, shots are 5-3 for Ottawa, so we were getting more shots and outplaying them. Connor Brown got a little nice snipe from the right side that didn't go in. It was stopped by Solars. Manson would get a breakaway that Forsberg would deny, and then later on that same play, Manson would get another shot opportunity just a little farther away from the original spot, but Forsberg would keep that out. And the Sens started playing a little poorly. Holden had a turnover, and to Chuck, he tried to do a backhand pass to one of our defensemen and ended up just going all the way back because Matei didn't get there in time. It was kind of sluggish. Sens get a power play. It's Laurier for the Ducks. He gets a roughing penalty, and then Connor Brown, Tim Stützle, and Brady Tkachuk would have a nice little tic-tac-toe play in front of the net. It didn't go in. The Solars was on top of it, but very impressive play. Norris would get a shot that would hit the post, and later in the play, Tim Stützle would find Josh Norris, who would exchange quick passes with Thomas Chabot, and Norris would get a big wrister on the net. The Stolars shut down, but the momentum was there. Anaheim would get a breakaway into the power play, and then Ennis would get a hooking penalty. Woo, just what we needed, a penalty. And the penalty kill was actually pretty good. Getzlaf got a couple good opportunities on it, but other than that, the Sens were pretty solid. Anaheim was limited to one shot, and Zaitsev and Holden, who were on the ice for the majority of the kill, were our best killers. A lot of good clears by them. A little bit after the power play passes, though, Thompson would be fighting for a puck in the corner, and he would hesitate a little bit, and Chabot thought Thompson had it, and he was getting ready to receive a bump pass from him to get out of the way, but instead it squeezed out to Anaheim player, and Lundstrom is just lurking around the net, and he bats it in, and it's 1-0. And just a miscommunication from Thompson and Chabot leads to Anaheim turnover, and now they have the lead, and it sucks. Again, we let the opposing team get the first goal. How many times are we going to keep letting this happen to us? Now, they had an interview with Nick Holden in between the periods here, and he just said they needed to be more upbeat and stay focused during this rough losing streak, but I didn't really see a whole lot of that in the second period. They said they wanted to stop letting guys get to the net so easy, but majority of these goals were caused by guys going to the net too easily, and one of them was our own guy. We started off the second period with Zach Sanford getting two nice little clapper opportunities, but yeah, all stopped by Solars. At this point, I couldn't help but notice that Zaitsev and Mateo were playing together, and they weren't terrible, but I'm still not completely sold. I mean, it's what we got for now, at least. I beat Zaitsev playing with Chabot, but still Thompson's still up there. So Sens would get a power play and get two decent chances on it. The first one, Tkachuk would get the pass to Connor Brown, who'd try and wrap it in through the back door. Wouldn't go through though. The last one was a feed from Lassie Thompson over to Tyler Ennis, who got a shot on the net, and Zach Sanford attempted the screen to try and block a goalie, but unfortunately doesn't happen. Thompson would take a shot that get deflected by Connor Brown. The puck would go back out to Thompson, who would get the puck to Chris Tierney, who would get two rebounds off the Thompson shot just 5 seconds ago. And oh man, I was really hoping this power play would do something. The second unit power play to me is, I know I said it in my other video, way more impressive than the first one lately. Now, Ottawa gets a power play. And I need to stress this because Brady Tkachuk on the first unit was good on this power play. In fact, Brady had a couple shots on it. Now, what happens? Manson takes a hit at Tim Stützle, a big hit. Ooh, when you watch the replay though, it was an alright hit. It just sucks because he's young. Now, Brady, I understand what he did. He saw a huge hit on a young guy, and he goes and he takes the fight, and he fights him. But this is what I was talking about in my Sharks video, is Brady, you gotta pick the right moments, because we were on the power play, right? We were on the power play. Now it's not really gonna mean much. I mean, sure, he stood up for Timmy, but it was kind of a clean hit. There was gonna be no call on the play. I'm torn about it. Because, I get why he did it, and I agree with it, but I also, if it had played differently, would it affect the outcome of the game? We will never know, but this is just what happened. Grant gets a shot on the net while the Sens are scrambling, and it bounces off Forsberg as Tyler Ennis is coming back to try and save the play from this Anaheim shot. Ends up bouncing off of him and into the net, and now it is 2-0 Anaheim. Woo! Just fantastic. This is the crazy part. We were losing at this rate, right? 62% face-off wins, and we were out shooting them. I'm pretty sure 23-15. We were doing better. Now Zub would get a hooking penalty, and on this penalty kill, there was a failed shorthanded opportunity that Paul and Brown could have gotten, though they messed it up. Troy Terry, the sensation for Anaheim everyone keeps talking about, literally walks right in to the Senators' zone and makes it 3-0 Anaheim. He just dangles out everybody, makes it look super easy. Holden wasn't looking the right way. And that's how the second ends. In terms of the third period, there's really not much to say except for the fact they got a fourth goal. It was a little triangle play that Raquel banks in from Milano and Zegras, but really, the Sens, they took a lot of stupid penalties. They were on the penalty kill a lot, and when they had a couple power play opportunities in the third, they didn't have anything going. Again, I just don't really know what to say about the special teams. They really need to be looking at the special teams because they're not performing right now, and if it's the same ones who were causing us issues last year, I don't really know what to say. I still see that draw pass being used. We've stopped the Josh Norris one-timer thing we've been doing for a while. The special teams gotta be better, guys. Some things worthy of note. Thomas Chabot leads the league in ice time with 27 minutes per night. That's a problem. We need to get guys he can play with that can take the load off of him because that's not fair to him. Props to Lassie Thompson too. He's been playing 20 minutes a night since his rookie debut in the NHL. That's really unfair to a rookie as well, especially thrusting him on the top pair with Chabot, where he's had, 3 assists and 5 hits in 5 games. He's been productive. The first line was on it tonight when they weren't on the power play, really. I mean, Stützle was really great tonight. He was super fast. He just snake a bit. So was Norris. But a lot of these guys were just not getting the chances we need. Forsberg was not the issue tonight. We just seemed really sluggish. We didn't seem to be communicating, and we had no pushback. Toward the end of that third period, it looked pretty sloppy. Really sloppy. It seems whenever we have a great performance, we just never can, we got shut out. We got shut out again. We've gotten shut out for a third time in 6 games. This is not good, guys. We need to score. Where's the scoring coming from? Our top guys who we're paying aren't scoring. A guy who we brought in for Logan Brown probably leads the team in scoring at this rate. Drake Batherson, one of our best goal scorers, is still out, and I have no idea if he's going to be back anytime soon. It's frustrating because I'm running out of things to say. You know, the Sens have 4 wins on the season, and we didn't even score in this game. The rebuild is supposed to be over, but right now it looks like we're looking to get Shane Wright. I mean, we're still 32nd. We're still the worst team in the league. That hasn't changed. We play the Los Angeles Kings tomorrow. We need to come out of the California road trip with at least 2 points. We need to win tomorrow, or else, this is exactly how last season started. Terrible, terrible losing streak. The only difference is we have more wins right now than we did last year, starting that terrible losing streak. At least we have 4 wins. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you thought about this game. I thought it was pretty disappointing. The chances were there, but the effort was inconsistent, and I don't know what to say. I'm running out of words to say. I don't know how many times we can say we suck and we're losing. I just can't figure it out. Anyway, Sens fans, that's it for me for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Share with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Go Sens, go!